If you are receiving this transmission, you are the Cynical Militia. You are listening to Professor Cynical on all available frequencies. This is not a test.
Coming to you from a studio in Glasgow, this is Professor Cynical.
Alright, so welcome to the Community Unity National Territory System, also known as CUNTS, where we have easily over 500 builders here, 500 plus bases. Not all of them rendering properly because, you know, No Man's Sky is No Man's Sky. But we will see what does render in, what doesn't render in, and yeah. Okay, so this is meant to be Urbe's Billy. Seriously, what is with this thing? It looks like someone, like, holds it in the middle there and, like, just squeezes it and its eyes pops out. It is the most terrifying creature known to man. Hands down. This thing looks scary, but we're not here for this thing. What we are here for right now is what is up here. So let's have a look in camera mode, first of all, like I always like to do, without going inside and spoiling too many things. But it looks like a fairly decent sized base that's been literally, like, slapped on the side of this behemoth of a building. Oh, it actually looks like it goes up even further as well. I've only just seen that up there. And the landing pad too. So they have actually built an actual base up here, which is nice to see. Now, first of all, I need to figure out how to get inside. But they do have these storage containers, so they use the nice amount of space here. The space that just tags off to the side is actually quite a ingenious little way in a large refiner to put these large storage containers here. So that's actually quite a nice design. So over here on the inside as well, we also have things that he's built. Okay, so he's got himself a little chamber here where he can grow some wonderful plants, hopefully get nip because that is the golden plant of choice, as we all know. Overall, everything is completely out of power. You really need to get your power sorted, I'm not gonna lie. So I need to try and figure out how to get up top. Okay, so there's even more here. So we've got some server racks, which is very nice. I like how he's utilized the space given to him, even though, yeah, this is technically a prefab built. Overall, not too bad. He's got a nice little home structure in here, which is always nice to see, using the space. And the bedroom, fantastic. And it does have some windows, so you can have a peek out as well, which is nice. So let's go up top here and let's see what it is we're working with. Okay, so very cozy. Oh, so this is glass. Okay. So you can actually see all the outside here, which is quite nice. But I do need to get upstairs, and I'll double check the teleporter. Yeah, so the teleporter there, I don't even need to have a look properly. I can see that it's not powered. Okay, so I need to get up there somehow, and I'm probably going to have to just face plant the entire structure. There we go. And I should now be able to nicely get up here, and hopefully... There we go. And we dropped. And hopefully they have a way to physically get into the structure, but I'm not seeing anything quite yet. They've really relied on these teleporters, which isn't the best in the world, just because, like I said, No Man's Sky jank. If you're relying on teleporters to get you from A to B, you always need to have stairs. Stairs, good old-fashioned, they work, don't need power, and they work on multiplayer. So if you're ever building a structure, always have a plan B option, because teleporters won't always save your bacon. Okay, teleporters, but we do have a door. Okay, we have a door. We're inside. We're inside. Haha, you thought you could keep me out? Not a chance. Not a chance. So inside here, it looks like it's some sort of, I would say like maybe a bar area maybe, but it definitely is a bar area of some sort with some nice seating area. We have the nice designs with the flora and the fauna and the plants, fantastic, and mushrooms. For some reason we have plenty of mushrooms, part of the design, definitely, but overall not too shabby. I do like how you've utilized the design, but now we need to try and get up even further because there is another bit of a base up top. Prof, it was originally single player. The server isn't conformed at root programming for multiplayer. I know. And see, as I've already said in previous videos, the rumor about this is, and I don't know how true this is, but do take this with a pinch of salt, but the rumor that's been floating around in the No Man's Sky community for the longest amount of time is that, obviously, as we know, No Man's Sky was only ever meant to be single player. It was never meant to have multiplayer. In fact, I remember Mr. Murray up on stage having interviews when I was looking at when No Man's Sky was even coming out, and I was really like drawn into all of the PR stuff. Mr. Murray said, look, this was only ever meant to be a single player game. They don't want like multiplayer. They have no need for it. They just don't want it. But the rumor is, and again, I don't know how true this is, but but it's just, like I said, been in the No Man's Sky community for a long while, is that Sony said, look, if you want it on our platform, if you want No Man's Sky on the PlayStation Network, you have to include multiplayer. You have to include multiplayer. Otherwise, no dice. We're not going to put it on the platform. And that is the only reason we have multiplayer right now in No Man's Sky, because Mr. Murray went, okay, fine, we'll put it on multiplayer. So multiplayer is essentially just like a tacked-on module to the actual game. But because of that reason, as Mr. Gaunt just said there is like no like deep-level multi-route like access for multiplayer, which means that it's always lagging behind. It's always so janky, and I don't understand how they... It's not that I don't understand how they can fix it. I'm sure if they really, really, really wanted to, they could fix it. How they could do that is going to have to be witchcraft and wizardry at this point. But if they really spent some love and attention really trying to fix up multiplayer rather than working with the code that they currently have, I think it could be done. They would have to rewrite a lot of things and reintegrate a lot of things, but if they did mess about with it enough, it would work. Okay, and I went right past this in my little rambles there. Okay, so I have no idea what this is, but let's see if I can get inside of it, which I don't think... No, because there's these walls. Oh, no, we got it. Okay, so it's two teleporters. It's two teleporters. Okay, chat. What are we thinking about this base? What are we thinking about this base? Are we thinking 0 to 10? 0 being the absolute worst of the worst. 10 being peak No Man's Sky build, like I'm talking, Michelangelo style building. Absolutely amazing. What are we thinking? What rating are we giving it? I think, for my own personal taste here, I would give this a solid 5. It's nice, it's simplistic, it does the job. However, they have used it on a prefabricated structure, but yes, they have gone outside the box here and molded a base around it, so I do give points for that. But I would say it's solidly a 5 out of 10. It doesn't blow me away, but it's not absolute dog water either. I do like it. But yeah, 7.5 out of 10 by Mr. Ominous of the Gaunts. So, 7.5, are we keeping around 7.5 then? No power. No power! Oh, we do have to take that in consideration. I'm staying with a 5. 7.5 to 5. So, what? Average that out, that's about a 6. So, not too bad, not too shabby. Needs a little bit more work. But overall, not too bad. Let's do Pablo Discobar justice and actually give a fair rating now that the internet is actually working. So, let's go back into camera mode and have a proper look at this thing now. So, we have the disco bar area, which is right there. And I really do like the disco bar area. It cannot be understated. I love the disco bar. I think it's really unique, really cool. And then we're going to go up here. Now, again, teleporters aren't working, but it is nighttime, so we do have to take that with a pinch of salt, so no power. However, we do have then the structure up top, and then there is a little fishing area down there, but there isn't anything particularly down there too much, so we won't be paying that too much attention. But let's have a quick look at the disco bar itself. Now, with the power not working, I don't know if the lights are going to be on in here. No, so unfortunately I can't have a wee look at this, but Pablo Disco Bar, so the music is meant to be really, really, really good. But overall, I really like the theme. I really like the aesthetic. The flooring is amazing. You have the bars everywhere. But also, I like the theme of this bar area as well. I should have said the tables, because, you got the broken chairs there. There's cups and everything all over the floor, as all good nightclubs should be. And then you have all of these lights here. Everything's connected up to the bike beat boxes, or whatever it is you want to call them. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I love this. But at least we can get the ball to work. There is a bouncy ball here, so everyone can be partying in here, throwing balls at each other. Oh, it's absolutely magical. Now, if we do go up top here, and I will have to do this the old-fashioned way by basically doing this. So, up top here, we do have a structure. Now, there isn't anything in this structure from what I remember, but the structure itself is a nice little piece. It's almost like an add-on to the entire build, and it does look nice. It reminds me of like a really nice conformed castle. It's really good, but also he's used like these little lanterns everywhere to really light up the area, and I'm glad to see that they are the lanterns that do not require any power. So it means it's always lit up, which is absolutely perfect. So, hold my beer. Absolutely. Disco ball. Yes, there was a disco ball. I forgot to mention the disco ball. How rude of me. There was a disco ball. Got to see it with power. Like, Pablo's bar looks so different without power. It does. It does, exactly. It does. Maybe when it gets daylight, I will come back and we'll have a look with power and we can listen to the bike beat. But overall, guys, let's do this now. Out of 10, ladies and gentlemen, you know what to do. 0 being the absolute worst. Dog water won't ever go to this area. 10 being absolute peak Michelangelo level of build. What are we giving Pablo's Disco Bar? Now, me personally, I will solidly give this a 7 all day. I love the disco bar area. Everything is just so uniform in there. And the design is really nice. I like the tower. I like how everything's lit up. Again, heavily reliant on power. But obviously with the disco bar, you kind of need to be... Maybe they could have some generators, but no, because that wouldn't work. Because even with generators in multiplayer, you can't add things into the generators to get it to work. It has to be by the person who built it, which No Man's Sky, or should I say Hello Games, please change that. Please do change that. 7.5, 8 out of 10, no power. I mean, yeah, absolutely agree with those ratings. They are absolutely fantastic. Now, this base, ladies and gentlemen, is absolutely teetering with builds. I really enjoyed going through everything. And to be fair, I think more stuff has even loaded in, or they've actually added things since I even looked at it yesterday. So let's have a look. So we do have a wonderful, wonderful outpost right here. And to be fair, it really goes in with the theme. It's very mechanical, and it does have the new building props, which again, I love it when the new building props are used because obviously they're brand new and I like new shiny things. You know, dangle some keys in front of me, you'll keep me occupied for hours. But as we have a look here, we have loads of different rooms here, and we're going to definitely explore a lot of it. Now, on the inside here, you can see there is just so many different rooms and items in the room. So it means that it is polished and definitely well built. So we will have a look at all that. And then inside here, absolutely wonderful. I like the structure. I like how it's all uniform, but let's go and have a look. So, Death World Survey Outpost. So, it is meant to be an outpost, so we do need to keep that with a pinch of salt. Okay, so this looks like a loading bay area. You know, you have all of your crap up top there. Fantastic. And you also have a base teleporter. Again, very reliant on the power situation, but it is daylight, so they might not have... solar panels, so we'll have to wait and see if anything does come online. So, if the base has power, it should give me power, but... it doesn't have power at the minute. Again, this very well could be a No Man's Sky server issue. It very well could be. A few death worlds. Okay. There we go. I was waiting for that. So they've got... So I like the design of this. They got literally a bug on the table and these arms are like working on the bug. What are you trying to do? Implant it to make it sentient or something? Oh... but bugs on the walls, guys. Bugs on the walls. What is with bugs on the walls? I don't get it. I do not get it. You guys are psychopaths. Absolutely psychos. But, you know, we do have a nice little area here. We've got a nice map area. Everything looks well built, which is very nice. Everything is flying around. Oh, absolutely amazing. I like this room. It's very comfortable, apart from, like, literally these bugs. I mean, look at that. If you're trying to, like, sit down there, do you want this, like, bug constantly eyeing you up? Honestly, it is just one of those things. It does look quite freaky, I'm not gonna lie. I don't get bugs on the wall. Now, going up top here, we do have another couple of structures. It looks like some kind of like grow room, farm room, whatever. So, let's see in what it is that they're growing, if they have anything in there. Again, no power, so do excuse... hello? Really? Do excuse that. Okay, well, we'll have a look down there in just a second. Okay, so, grow room, what have we got growing? Okay, so we got star bulbs, we got random stuff. Okay, so, no get nip nip. You need to utilize this space. We need to be growing nip. Okay, I see nip confirmed. Okay, we're good. We're good. I almost had a panic attack. I almost had a panic attack that my community was not growing nip nip. Honestly, grow nip nip. If I see any other flower, it is heresy. It has to be nip nip. So let's have a wee look. Oh, wow. So it actually opens up all here. Looks like he's been digging. He used this like as an entrance and exit for a cave system. Okay, well, there's your problem. You got him in a cave, even though that shouldn't be much of a problem. Okay, so generating 0 kilopascals. Okay, whatever. Insufficient light. Okay, so it's definitely a No Man's Sky issue because it is definitely daylight outside. So I don't know why that's being such an issue. Oh, no, it's not daylight outside. What am I talking about? I'm talking nonsense. Okay, so it does have power to the base. It's just because it's nighttime. It's what it is. It's what it is. You are very limited to this sometimes. Okay, so let's have a wee look. So let's look inside. Okay, so we have an area here. It looks like, again, maybe a room of some sort. I wouldn't say it's a bedroom, but definitely like a locker room, maybe. I would say it's a locker room where you have your lockers there. You can get changed, get your pistols and pew-pews, have a look at some fish. Oh, yeah. And also, we have a little buddy here. Fantastic. So, overall, not a bad design choice there. And then let's go on the inside. A few definitely. Okay, so we've already been in here, so fantastic. Again, I really do like the design of this. Very open, but very like uniform. But this is the main base. This is the main structure. This is what we came here to see. The brass monkey. What is with all of these like little narratives and points? I do like that. That's pretty cool. Okay, where is the door? What is it with you guys and doors? Here we go. We need to go downstairs. Okay, so we have a super low ceiling. Jesus, did a Gek make this? Okay, we have a disco area, but I think if you literally jump like Raven, you are gonna like break your neck or something. We have an also the okay, I get it. So the brass monkey is this area, so it's a disco bar area, and it's called the brass monkey. Okay, so that makes perfect sense. That does make perfect sense. So we do have these tables here. We have what is with the ball? What is with the balls in all of the discos? I mean, I like it, but I don't get it. We have a nice fireplace area, and then we have a free bar, if you will. Maybe they just have drinks there. And then once they're done, and then we have an oscilloscope for whatever reason. But okay, weirdness aside. Oh no. Oh no, I thought that was a bar. It's not a bar. It's just the wall. This is why I wear glasses. I am actually blind. I am legit blind. So here we go, up the stairs. So we do have a nice open area. It looks like a museum piece almost. We have the little I do like these little fireplace pillars. I do like these, especially in the frozen tundra. You need to keep warm, because if not, as soon as you get on planet, you're gonna absolutely start freezing. So definitely anything you can do to keep warm, and it really does like accentuates the base build. I do like when fireplaces are used like this. It is quite peak. So it looks like some kind of museum area, you know, showing off different plants, creatures. Okay, I do like it. Oh, the brass monkey. This isn't called the brass monkey, unless it is. I could be wrong. So going up top here, now we have the top area. Now inside of here, we have a nice little room. Looks like a PC desk room, maybe for drawing plans of like for world domination. Don't even try it and take over this world. This is Cynical militia territory. It will not end very well for you if you try. But overall, very nice little room here. It has all the bits and bobs that you would need. All around here, we have tables and chairs, more table and chairs with the fireplace, and then we have the decorations up top. Nice little decoration piece here in the middle. Very, very, very nice. So yeah, I mean, overall, guys, I do like this build. This is definitely like a social hub area. Again, I like the ideas that they've got here. Oh, hang on, there's still more to see, Okay, and then whatever this is, I think it's a grow room again. Oh, there we go. Gek Nip Nip, yes. Oh, the Gek Nip Nip. There we go. Now, I almost lost faith with this guy with only having a few Gek Nip Nips, but he's definitely swung me back around to putting back legendary status on his account. Again, fantastic. Yeah, brilliant, guys. I really do enjoy this build. At first, it looks a little on the... I wouldn't even say it's not simplistic. It is quite a complex build, but at first appearances, I would say it looks a little bit more comfortable. But once you get inside, everything opens up. It really, really, really does. I do like it. Amazing build overall. And you have your landing pads there. But with the size, with how many people you're expecting, maybe some more landing pads would be maybe my only critique here. But let's go into photo mode, guys. You know what time it is. Let's rate out of 10, 0 to 10. 0 being the absolute worst of the worst of the worst. And 10 being amazing Michelangelo peak level of art. what are we going to give this build? Me, personally, I would say easily a 7.5 star rating is very much deserved here. I like the aesthetics. Everything has a room and a purpose. Overall, very nicely done. It's just a shame we couldn't see it in the daylight. Obviously, I'm having to go with what I have here. 8.5 out of 10, no power. Yeah, I mean, a way that you could mitigate that with the electromagnetic towers that you can put down that give you infinity amount of power would be ideal, but then obviously it would take away because you probably won't be able to get it close enough depending on where the ultimate power is, unlimited power, because then you won't be able to put it, like, you know, the base exactly where you want. And I think this is meant to be very much a seaside / river view. So we have 8.5 out of 10, no power, and a 7. Okay, so overall, not a bad rating. If you deduce those with mine, then it does give it about a 7.5. So yeah, overall, not too shabby at all. A very good build. Well done. I do enjoy it. Now, where the hell's my ship? There it is. I forgot. I parked it on the wall. A nice, comfortable, simpler build. Again, nothing has to be overly fancy. I do like simplistic designs. And we do have the mystery room here, but we know what's in the mystery room. It is just a bunch of junk. But on the outside here, a nice little outpost, very mechanical looking. I like how they've used the roofs here for, like, made of glass. Really lets a lot of light in when there is light. So yeah, we have the little submarine bay there. It goes all the way down. A nice little humble outpost, I would say. And they do have, like, the junk scrapyard, like, vibes going all the way around it. But let's have a wee look. Now, the landing pad area, again, nothing has to be overly grandiose. Not everything needs to be. But, you know, the nice little decorations here, I do like, indeed. Looks like some terrain generation. God damn you, Norman Sky. Hello Games, fix your terrain generation. This just bugs me. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Hello Games, gosh darn you, why can't you fix the terrain generation problems? Look at this. No Man's Sky. Hello Games, I know you watch this sometimes. Fix this goddamn mess. Oh, guys, terrain generation it's my biggest pet peeve with No Man's Sky. I've been playing it for the last 5-6 years, easily. I mean, to be fair, I've been playing it since launch, but I've been doing YouTube about it for like 5-6 years. And it's my biggest pet peeve. It's something that they just don't fix. I don't understand why they don't fix it. Can they fix it? That is the question. All right, let's go inside. Let's go inside. We have power. First base with power. That's what I like to see. So we do have a nice, humble Gek Nip Nip farm. Oh, mwah, fantastic. That's what I like to see. Nice lights going around. Keeps everything nice and bright. Nice and uniform. I do like this design. Bugs on the wall. Of course. Why the bugs on the wall? I don't get it. Why the bugs on the wall? Can someone let me know in the comment section down below? Why does my wonderful community, which are all absolutely legends, have that certain trait in their heads that want to put bugs on walls? The heads of bugs. It's very deranged, very legendary, but very deranged indeed. So we do have a save point, and just like in last time, I will steal the save point here. But yeah, nice teleport, a nice little computer setup room there. That goes out to the back, to the Nautilon as we see. And then let's go up top here. Let's go up top. So we have the golden vector there with a nice Bond guy dinosaur that looks like he's had one. Is that meant to be like a T-Rex with a really bird-looking skull, spines, and Spinosaurus back thing? I have no idea. I don't know my dinosaurs. I'm really not that like clued on dinosaurs. Get Nip Nip, mwah, chef's kiss, fantastic. And then we do have a nice balcony area here. So trophies, yeah, okay, I understand the trophies, but you know, you guys could put like normal trophies on the wall instead of heads. I'm just saying. Get Nip Heaven. Oh yes, absolutely. They don't give you any other options than bug heads. Well, okay, fine. I'll give you that. Hello Games, give us more options. Thank you for providing system authorities with evidence of illicit nip farming. Sentinel interceptors have been dispatched to your location. Oh, whoa. These are definitely not nip-nips, buds. They're not. These are tulips. completely says tulips. Now, I know the name says Nip Nip Buds, and I know it looks like a Nip Nip, and for all intents and purposes, if you're not the authorities, it is Nip Nips, but it's not. It's tulips, and the game is bugging out. It's bugging out, the game. No Man's Sky, ha ha ha, it's bugging out. It should be tulips. I don't know what happened. I mean, on my screen it's tulips. I don't know what it's coming like on screen. Oh, let's move past this. Could get another heads by Clever Wondering projector placement. Well, there we go. You could glitch build some wonder projectors and actually have different things. It doesn't have to be bugs. There are ways and means around it. Psychos! Legendary psychos, but psychos. You don't need to have bug heads everywhere. Let's have a look here, ladies and gentlemen. 0 to 10, what we're thinking. And for anybody who's just joined, 0 being the worst base imaginable. I'm talking you wouldn't even want to live here if it was free or they paid you to live here. Or 10 being absolute peak No Man's Sky build, and it's the best that's ever existed. Now, my opinion here, I would say solidly a 7. I would even go to even a 7.5 because it had power, so we'll give half a point for that. So 7.5 out of 10. It's a nice, humble outpost. It's simplistic in ways, but quite on the inside, it is quite luxurious. It has plenty of those tulip farms that we was talking about. Absolutely amazing. Overall, I think 7.5 out of 10. They're medicinal herbs, medical herbs. Exactly. Medicinal tulips. 9.5 out of 10. Oh, that's very, very good. I can't vote, it's mine. Duck, thank you very much for your build. It is amazing. Thank you. So we have 7.5, 9.5, half that in the middle. We have an 8.5 star out of... Oh, 8.5 out of 10, not star out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. Amazing. Very, very, very good. Yeah, 8. So there we go. Very much averages around about 8 to 8.5. Amazing build overall. Great submission. Thank you very, very much. DJ, you are a legend, my friend. Okay, Invasion Base B. Let's have a look. Okay, so it's actually quite big. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Why is there an invasion base on my community planet? Why is there an invasion base on my community planet? What the frick is going on? Guys, seriously, this isn't funny. This better be a joke. Why is there an invasion base on my community planet? Okay, let's have a look on the camera, I suppose. Okay, so it's very empty, so it's not a very good invasion base. So let's have a look. So we have a bunch of rooms. Oh, I know what these are. These are built to shoot out of, I think. Yeah, these are just windowless windows, it looks like. Maybe. I'm not too sure. But it looks like you can shoot out of those. And then you have your runway, walkways here. Okay, I will give props. I see straight away. The tulip farm is in session. Prof, the rebellion is at it again. I know the rebellion's at it again. I know they're at it again. They just find me. I mean, not that this is a very publicly open world, and I've definitely not spoken about it on many videos and given the exact location to it or anything, but they always seem to find me. I can't go anywhere. Honestly, I'm constantly getting attacked. They're after me. I'm convinced the Geks don't like me anymore. I've been booted out the Gek society. Is that because I've changed my head to a boot and that's why? I'm still a Gek. I'm still a Gek on the inside. This is technically a Gek player model. I've just heavily modified it with some, you know, clever scripting and save editing. But it's still a Gek model that's just been slightly stretched, elongated, and replaced the Gek head model with a boot. But I'm still a Gek. I'm still a Gek. I have feelings, you know? Okay, so it's just a bunch of batteries. Cool. So, yeah, this is definitely an invasion. FOB, forward operating base. So, what are we thinking here, ladies and gentlemen? 0 being absolute dog water. 10 being utterly amazing in every single conceivable way. What are we thinking? Personally, I'm going to give this a 1. I'll give them 1 point because they built a base on the planet. They came here. And obviously, I'm living rent-free in their mind for them to do this. So I'll give them 1 point. But that's all I'm going to give them. 1 point, that's it. But let me know what you guys think. 0 to 10, let me know in the comment section, and then we'll move on. 0.5, fantastic, I'll take it. 0.5 it is. 0.5, 2 out of 10, 10. It's not a 10. It's definitely not a 10. Okay, now, from what I remember about this space yesterday, the outside does not look overly appeasing. It's a very nice, humble base, very nice design on the outside, but it's not like screaming grandeur. It's just not. But the inside is where the treat truly is, and we will have a look at that. So let's have a look in photo mode here, get some light up. The first thing I really like about it is it's simple. The design is elegant. You've got the windows all across the roof there. Fantastic. I like that. You've got the 2 chimney towers, which at the time I didn't know there was chimney towers, so spoiler alert there. So it does look very elegant, but at first glance, when I looked at it yesterday, it doesn't look like there's much of anything. It just looks like a building someone plopped down, put some things outside and called it a day. But that is not the case. This base is total. Oh yeah, absolutely. It is total quality. So let's have a look on the inside. Straight away, my mind was blown. You're greeted with the clock. Now, as I explained yesterday, you just don't understand. To make clocks in No Man's Sky look good, it's so difficult. It is so difficult. It's so difficult to do. So, for example, you got all the little number placements there. So, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. To get those even remotely looking decent takes so much effort and time and spacing that my autistic ass cannot do. I can't do it. I always get the placement wrong. It looks, whenever I do it, it just looks jank. It looks horrible, and I can never make a clock look good. But this is elegant. It's sweet. It's sophisticated. Mwah, chef's kiss. I like it. Simple design, but it works. You've got the little horse carriage dial thing in the middle there. You've got, like, obviously the numbers going around the sides. It just works. It's easy. But easy and simplistic often give the most impact, in my opinion. And then we have the chimney designs here. I really like how they've made this fireplace. Now, obviously, we've seen the fireplace in the other base that has this similar small design here. But they've got it propped up and a chimney going directly into the roof. And obviously, with these roofs, they have like the wee square areas. So to me, when that just connects up like that, that just looks so good. It looks so peak. Really like it. And obviously, we have the bar. Alcoholics Anonymous bar right here, where they serve refreshing pineapple juice. And I have to say that for YouTube reasons. Pineapple juice. But yeah, overall, really good. And then they even have all this animated with these creatures. Obviously, they're using the Wonder projector thing to do this, but it's all hidden under the floorboard, so you don't see the projector, which is really nice, and it just gives that lively atmosphere. And then we have a little DJ. Oh no, it's not a DJ booth. No. I remember this. This is a piano. And what I really like about it is, look, they have used the pictures, the posters, sized them down, and put it on the piano itself to make it look like actual, like, you know, notes. I thought that was such an ingenious thing. I really do enjoy that. It's such a clever little idea. At some point, go to these places in VR. Perhaps your favorite ones like Pablo's and the base with the clock. Yes, I know. I need to do that. I do have my VR headset right here. So it is on standby and it is working now. I've had some from when I made the VR No Man's Sky is the best in VR video. I did a few videos back. A lot of you guys in the comment section give me some tips on how to get this properly working. Like, for example, instead of just going with the generic hand model thing, actually having the full body really helps, apparently. So I will be configuring that, and we will be having a look at again in VR. But the other thing is, with VR, I don't know how I'm going to be able to see you guys' comments. So we'll see. We'll see how that works. But that's if I do it in a live stream, or I could just do it in a video and then look back. But either way, but still, like with VR, even though it looks amazing to me, because it's VR, you guys can only see the 2D image of that. So you still won't get the full-on effect. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. I might do a rework and even maybe include a VR version as well, integrated in with a normal video. But we'll see how that works. So we've got like a nice bar area here with a nice little flower on the inside. Really do like this. And then we have the kitchen area. Again, it's not really a bar. It's like a bar kitchen area. We'll call it that. And then you have like a little teleporter here. But again, the base is fully like, loaded. And the electrics are working, so everything's up and running. We have the nice little statues here, recessed in, which is a very nice input there. And then, yes, we have the toilets here. We have the piss pots right there. We have the nice toilet. And then we also have the mirror and the wee squidgy thing. It's either like for drying your hands or it dispenses soap. But to be fair, I think it's soap dispensers over there. So it's probably like to like dry your hands. But you ever like been to like a men's toilets? For guys, if you know, you know. These things never work. You put your hands on them, they're always broken. That's just like, a bit of toilet lore there. And then you've got batteries, and that's hidden up here. Fantastic. I mean, guys, honestly, this build is so good. Oh, there's one more thing I want to show you in here that I do remember. So, they have a freaking jacuzzi. So, the way that they've done this is placed down a normal window tile and then the flooring underneath it, so it's all recessed, but the effect that it gives actually looks like you are sitting in water. And I really like this idea. I'm actually stealing this for my own base. But look at that. It actually looks like with the sheen, look at that. It actually looks like you're physically in a jacuzzi. Attention to detail is phenomenal, as you said there. 11 out of 10. Looks like a much more stable stream today. Warpoodle, welcome. Absolutely is. I am so happy. We are looking back, Warpoodle, over bases again. So if you do want to jump in game and go buy your base, and if I can see you and see the base, I will have a relook at your base again, because now the stream is working 100% fabulously. Chef's kiss. So we'll be looking over everything again. This is a contender base of the planet. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. This is a wonderful, wonderful base. Like I said, it doesn't have to be anything grandiose. It's what you do with the space that you make. And this base, ladies and gentlemen, just uses every inch of space, but uses it smartly, wisely. And it is fully kitted out with some nice designs. I really do enjoy it. So, this wonderful base, ladies and gentlemen, what are we giving it? 0 being the worst, 10 being absolute peak. Me personally, I will give this 9.5. I really freaking like it. 9.5 for me is probably the least I could give it. But I do need to make room for other choices as well. But it's definitely a contender for literally one of the best bases on the planet that I've seen so far. Let me know what you guys think. Comment section, let's get voting. Or chat section, let's get voting. Okay, 9. 11 out of 10. 11 out of 10. Okay, so 9.5 is about the average then so far if we deduct all the 3 so far with mine included. Oh yeah, fire no ice. Guys, this is peak. Look at the building scale right here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the building scale. First impressions, very humble. Very simplistic. The scale is not blowing me away though. Oh, hang on. I've just seen it. It's actually... Is it more? Is that it? I think still loading in. Maybe I'm speaking too soon. Okay, so we do have a nice little area here where you can jump in from a teleporter, land, and go and do what it is you need to do. Alright, let's... You're making me swim here. I'm going to deduct points for making me swim. Physical activity, you're making me swim. I'm deducting point. Okay, so let's have a quick look, first of all, like we normally do without going in. So, okay, I might have spoken too soon. This is actually quite nice. It's quite a weird design, and I like weird design stuff. I generally just thought that because I didn't see this first of all. I didn't see this. I thought literally the whole build was literally just that, but it's not. So... nice little weird design going on. I really like it. It looks like an apricot from a tree, like the wee tree cones that fall. It kind of reminds me of that. Or is it meant to be like a flower? Or what do you guys think this is actually meant to be? If you think it looks like something, let me know in the chat section. I keep saying comment section. Okay, so I don't know how you get in. I'm just assuming there's like a doorway or something. Oh no, it's one of the, oh no, maybe, no. I thought maybe I could get in underneath. Maybe I can. How do you get in this thing? Okay, no. You're not keeping me out. I always find a way in. I always find a way in. It looks ominous, really cool. It does look ominous. It really does. But right now, I'm trying to find a way in. Okay. Oh. I thought I could get in there. Maybe I can go underneath and wangle myself on a chair. Ah, there we go. See, you can't keep me out of here for very long. Oh, yeah. So, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are in. And, oh, no. Oh. Chat, do you see the problem here? Do you see the problem here? I have gotten into this structure and I've had a quick look. There are no doors. There is no seating around the edges. And it looks literally hermetically sealed. How are you getting out? Exactly. Mr. Gorm, you got it. 10 points to Gryffindor. How am I getting out of here? We'll see. But we need to review the place first, before I worry about that. If I can get in, I can get out. So, we have a nice little area here. We have tables and chairs across the entire bit. And then we have a beatbox singular. There don't seem to be anything else. It looks like a nice little like social area that maybe they have built to trap people in. Might be able to... Come on. Ah! You thought you could keep me trapped in. You underestimate my power, whoever built that. So overall, ladies and gentlemen, a nice little humble build. Nothing to write home about in my opinion, but it's definitely not complete trash. I like the design. I think the whole thing is with this one is what it looks like on the outside, rather too much what it looks like on the inside. So for that, I will give it a 4.5 out of 10. It's not a bad build. There just could be more done with it on the inside. That's what I feel like. But let me know what you guys think. 0 out of 10. Let's vote. What do you guys think? 0 out of 10. Doesn't blow me away. I don't know what it's meant to look like yet. 4.5 out of 10. I think that's very much a... I think that's very much a given there. I think that's fair. Alright, let's move on. So, War Poodle's base, ladies and gentlemen. We had a look at it yesterday, but that's when I would say that my my internet connection was really, like, you know, crapping it out. But from what I've seen on my end, War Poodle's base, ladies and gentlemen, is... It's peak. There is no other way to say it. It's vast... It is incredibly detailed, and a little bit of War Poodle lore here. They built this base with a freaking controller. And when you see this base, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be thinking what I thought at the time was, how the heck did you do that with a controller? Because the level of detail, the level of effort that has been put into this base is honestly mind-blowing. It really, really, really is. It's so peak. It is so peak. So let's first of all go into photo mode here. Okay, so my FPS is already tanking. There's just so much to render in here. And a little bit of cynical lore here. I've literally just updated my graphics card to the latest from NVIDIA, RTX 5070. So I shouldn't have any problems rendering it in, but because of how big and vast this build is, it's making my RTX 5070 grovel to its knees. I can physically feel the frame rate drop with the mouse. And I can also see it on stream as well. So hopefully we shouldn't have any issues as yesterday, and hopefully the stream still remains stable while we have a look at this. So first impressions, again, looking at this again. Grandiose speaks to mind. It's very industrial looking. It's very complex. It is a massive base, and this was all done in survival. on a controller, which means everything that you are seeing right now had to be grinded for. Everything. Every single placement, every single item had to be grinded for. Let that sink in. It just really adds to the lure of the base. It adds to the complexity. When this wasn't done in creative, no cheat code here to be seen. This was all done manually. Amazing. So, first thing I noticed was this building right here. Now, this building to me screams like it's some kind of... Okay, so it's still not loaded in properly, but we will ignore some of it. So there is like a door here, I think, if I remember rightly. So we have like a server room first of all, and then you go inside of here, and then it is like a shop. Thank you, come again. So we have a nice little area right here where, yeah, I think this is definitely a shop because I've only just noticed that they have the Galactic Trade Terminal there. And then this is meant to be like a shop area, and then you have all of these items and trinkets up for sale. I would say this is definitely a shop. And as I said in yesterday's live stream, you guys just don't understand how difficult it is to get items, especially small items, placed perfectly in a line. It is so difficult to do. I struggle doing it. My autism just won't let me do it. But, you know, again, this is all done. Everything here has been farmed for. It's in survival. Everything's been placed down by a controller on a HP Omen 5-year-old laptop. The credibility here is amazing. Okay, so the next thing I remember is when we came around here, we will have a look at that structure in just a second, but when you come around to this section, ladies and gentlemen, we have more to this one building. Again, every single square area of this build has been utilized to its maximum possible efficiency. So we have a nice little drawing board area here. We have a weapons multi-tool station here. We have a science station here, and we also have a herbology station here. I call it herbology station, but you know what I mean. Again, absolutely amazing. You've just used everything. And the wee lights as well. All different colours. Again, attention to detail is staggering. Now, let's go on the inside of this little build right here. Now, this little build is a nice, homely little area. And, of course, we do have bar area because, you know, all of my players are alcoholics. And then we go up top here. We have a nice little appearance modifier. We have a nice bedroom area, and then we also have some nice cushy little balconies here. But this balcony, ladies and gentlemen, you know, I would love to just sit on this balcony and just look at this build all day. Even this tree placement here, you got little seating area, and the trees all have like baubles. Very Christmassy, I would say. Absolutely amazing. Really is amazing. Warpoodle, you have truly outdone yourself. I didn't even see this area before. What's in here? Oh, look at that. We've even got a little room here where you have an appearance modifier and all the bits and bobs and teleporter that you need. Fantastic. Now, hopefully, everything has loaded in. So, I do apologize, Warpoodle, if it's not loading in. It is just No Man's Sky multiplayer being No Man's Sky multiplayer. But we'll see what we can get working here. Now, on the inside straight away, we have bugs. Bugs on the wall. So moving on from the bugs on the wall, we have a nice little area here. Nice little assembly, like, you know, robot area here. I really like that. We have the multi-tool position on the wall. On the inside, we have an aquarium with an appearance modifier. Again, very, very, very nice. Now, going across here, we have a nice little mechanical robot station. I said robot station. Exocraft station there. And then on the inside here, a nice little open area with plenty of bugs and other things on the wall. Going through to a bar area. I'm sold. I'm in. Absolutely awesome. So yeah, nice little bar area here. Very cozy, very homely. And again, this is like literally 1% of what we need to see here today. 11 to detail. The level of detail here is stunning and shocking in the best possible way. Now, we do have these little cheat little teleporters, but we're not going to use them today. We have legs for a reason. So let's go up to the next one. Now, this next one is a Bone/Dinosaur exhibit. And again, absolutely wonderful and masterful in every conceivable possible way. I really like how you have all of the bones here. It's literally like a museum. It's awesome. Absolutely amazing. It looks like you've pretty much covered most of these dinosaurs that you can actually get in the game. See, now that is a proper plaque right there. A dinosaur head. You don't need bugs. You can use dinosaur heads. You can use dinosaur heads. I'm just saying. But yeah, amazing exhibit. It really is such a cool exhibit. You've got literally everything you could possibly ever need or want in here. It's amazing. It's just so much to see as well. It's such a grandiose build, and I can't stop saying it. Oh, Skull of the Ocean King. Wow, I've not seen one of these before. That's amazing. I think I overlooked that the last time I was in. I don't think it rendered in. Yeah, because look, it's only renders when I get to like a certain distance, so I might have missed that. But yeah, absolutely amazing. Your community donated so many bones. That is amazing. We have the best community on the planet. Now, I'm going to be very biased because this is part of my community, but you guys are all legends. Everyone helps out. But in No Man's Sky, like general terms, in my opinion, No Man's Sky has the best community out of anybody, any other game title, any other genre. In my opinion, we have the best community. Everyone's so friendly. Everyone's always helping out. It's amazing. It really is. But obviously, the No Man's Sky, Cynical Militia community is a grade above that, naturally. We are S tier. S+ tier. We really are. Anyway, this next level here is all about all different like structures and items and crystals that you can get, and it's in the same sort of fashion as downstairs with the dinosaur bones. It's another like museum, so this is like a crystal museum, it looks like to me. And it looks so cool, so perfect. It really, really, really is. So an amazing exhibit. Yet again, we have all the crystalline structures. Everything looks so uniform, so amazing, well done, an amazing build so far. Warpoodle, you have outdone yourself yet again. And then we have Warpoodle. I'm actually getting flashbacks, so I'm sure you sat there yesterday. And I'm going to do exactly what I did yesterday. Point, thumbs up, and then for your troubles, I will donate to you some Starship AI valves. Become filthy mega rich. There we go. So this next one, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot about this. So this one is the aquarium. And look at that. Using every inch of this, using the glass to make it look like water that's floating, and then just using all of the underwater items there with the wee, like, I would say these are wonder projected again, but it's all like fish and stuff. Absolutely amazing. I love the idea behind this. I wish I could build something like this in my own building. In fact, I'm probably going to steal this entire idea from you, Warpoodle. I'm not going to lie, this is amazing. But yeah, absolutely wonderful. And where's my squid friend? I remember my squid. Oh no, that's a seahorse. Where's my shrimp? Where's my shrimp friend? So here we go. Up top again. So this next area is a nice little lounge area. Nice and awesome. We also have another little bar area. Grade A bar. We like to see bars and get Nip Nip farms. If you don't have either one, I will deduct 50 points out of 10. You need to have at least a bar, or you need to have a get Nip Nip farm. And this ticks the list quite nicely. Big bug on the wall. Gosh darn it. Gosh damn it. Bugs. And then we go through here, and as we go through here, we have even more. So you still have like the aquarium thing going up, which is nice, and then we have all of these wonderful grow things. But I'm not Warpoodle. We need to have a conversation here, Warpoodle. There is one not Nip Nip bud. There is one tulip. There is one tulip right there. We need to have more tulips. Okay, so there's two tulips. This should be all tulips. In my humble opinion. Maybe 3. I can see another one. 3. 3 tulips in this whole thing. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. So we're going to go up here, and then we have a wonderful greenhouse, if you will. Nice, wonderful flower area. And then, as I said, you need to get some Dettol or bleach on these walls because it looks like you've got some kind of infestation problem. But overall, very nice, very nice, very nice indeed. Now, there is one last little bit I need to show you here. And if we go through here, I couldn't find this yesterday. I had to start from the top and work my way down. But there is some stairs here. Let's have a look. This place is so big. So big. So now we have a nice little office slash work area, if you will. This is what it's meant to be, as Warpoodle said yesterday. So we have benches for eating your lunch, you know, a nice little area for making food, and then a nice little lawn. No, it looks like a toilet rest area, but no toilet. Okay, now how do I go up? I think it's around here. Yep, there we go. And then up here should be the office area. Yep, so there we go. Nice little office area. I really like the design with the oscilloscopes and the chairs. Very office themed. And then we have nice little areas here. So you can definitely tell there's people at work here. And this is where you have your important business meetings. And, you know, I like to think that I could sit here and go, "You're fired!" Just like on the TV shows. And then we can go up another level. Oh, no. We also have a smoking area out here. This is what I envision it to be. And then we have a little area out here. Up here, should I say. There we go. Now, this place really intrigued me because you've got the nice little, massive tree. I said nice little. This massive tree right here. And then you have, a balcony area. And then as we go up to the balcony area, and obviously they have a nice little cozy area here. This is all, part of the penthouse suite now. So this penthouse, you have another little area up here where obviously you can look down the balcony. I thought that was it. Nope. There's another balcony. Again, the level of detail is absolutely incredible here. You know, you have a nice little storage area here, like a box room, and then we go all the way up to the top. And then we have an appearance modifier. You can look down. Look at that. Look at the level here. So you have one floor, a balcony floor, or the next floor that looks like a balcony, and then the top floor. I'm going to save my game right here. Why not? And then up here we have a nice bedroom area, and then we have a nice filing for all your taxes that just you put it in and forget about it. Then going up to the top here, and we have all of these storage containers. Wonderful. And then up the top again, there's just so much more to see. More decoration, absolutely amazing. And then we have our 2 landing areas and a nice balcony yet again. Incredible build. I can't praise this build enough, ladies and gentlemen. I just can't praise this building enough. So let me know, guys, 0 to 10 right now. What are we rating this build? 10 being the peak of No Man's Sky building perfection, 0 being dog water. And I don't think no one's going to vote it 0. I think this is the first 10 out of 10 I am going to give 10 out of 10 perfection. This build has everything. It has all your amenities. It has designs. It has museums. It has tulips. It has tulips. It has bars for our alcoholism. It has everything. Everything you could possibly want. 15 out of 10. 15 out of 10 with my 10 out of 10. 13 out of 10 is the average there. Absolutely amazing. Warpoodle, thank you so much for building this on this planet. Amazing work, amazing dedication, amazing. You've outdone yourself. Okay, let's have a look at the Dioxide Farm. Okay, so we have a nice humble outpost. Very big stack, different from what we've just seen. So it is still loading in, so we will have a quick look in photo mode as it's loading in. So a nice humble... Oh, okay, so there's some more there. Okay, I didn't see that. That's actually a really cool build. Okay. I'm smelling what you're selling. Not bad. So a nice little humble build. It does have some architecture to it. It's not just a square blob. So that's very nice to see. So I don't think this is fully rendered in yet. No. To be fair, my game's just had to render in Warpoodle's pace. So we will have a look in here first of all. It will take probably another minute or two for it to load in properly. So we have a nice little outpost. It is very cozy. The ceilings are a bit low for my liking, but it is cozy. It does give the cozy vibe. If you're a geek, perfect size. It does have like a trophy area. There's no cups or anything, so I don't think this is a bar area. But we do have a half-built base terminus. I think it's meant to be like a fireplace, but built as a base terminus as well. So it's kind of like a double use function there. Quite like that. Oh, look at that for an aquarium. That's actually quite a nice little aquarium. I like what they've done there. I really like what they've done there. That's actually quite nice. That's a nice aquarium. And then more trophies. So definitely someone who really appreciates the trophies. Okay. And then we're going to go out here. And then this goes to the outside. Oh, yeah. Here we go. So this goes to like this tower area right here, which is quite nice. I have a big... So this is a... Okay, this is a very weird staircase. Okay, this goes to this. You do have a big big dioxide. Oh my lord. Chat, we all know what this looks like. It looks like a number 2 to me. The only thing you're missing is some corn. Very nicely built. I do like the idea behind this. This is very, very unique. I've never seen anything like this before. Okay, let's see if that other structure as rendered. Okay, partially. I don't think it's going to render any more than this, so we'll have to take this with a pinch of salt, ladies and gentlemen. But you do have a nice seating area here with tables full to the brim of food. Looks like a nice little kitchen area. Nice. But up here is rendered in a little bit. So we have a nice double bed set up here. Nice king-size bed, if you will. Another one. Fantastic. Another one. And, okay, we have a seating area. It looks like a projector area or a nice big telly. Everyone likes a big telly. I love a big telly. That's why I have a projector. Okay, and overall, some random crap on the roof. Okay, I would easily give this, guys, let's go to rating this. I would easily give this a 6.5 out of 10. It's unique. The building is unique. I like the big tower. You do have a big one, my friend, indeed. You have a big dioxide deposit. So you weren't lying. I would give it a solid 6.5 out of 10. Everything was powered. It's unique. I like the uniqueness of the tower design. And also, I do like you have like your bedroom storage and also a little trophy area so you can reminisce over past glories. But that's where I'm going to stay at, 6.5 out of 10. So Ominous gone, 2 out of 10, too much in-game cake. I'm 6.5, that's 2. So far, we have an average of 4.5 out of 10. Okay, so the budget bar and pool resort, ladies and gentlemen. That is quite nice. It is very budget. Very budget. I would say it's maybe a 2-star out of 5 rating on any holiday magazine. So this is the budget hotel, ladies and gentlemen. We have a swimming pool that I can see, some lounge chairs, beach area. I won't look at that too much yet. I don't want to spoil anything. And then we also have the budget hotel area. Okay. Before we go into the building, let's have a look at the swimming area. Now, we do have some nice ornaments that you will see in any classy resort, even a 2-star resort. We have the aquarium, and then we have... Oh, okay, so this is actually water. I thought it might have been another placement thing again. But it looks like they've done it right on the beach front and then regressed it into the water. So you actually have a swimming pool. That's actually a really ingenious way to use the water physics. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can imagine like having like a lilo or something in here. You know, absolutely amazing. So you got a nice little water area. You've also got some wonderful deck chairs that I can see. Nice plantation going around. Really gives off the I'm on holiday vibe. Of course, peak. This is already gaining points in my opinion. You've literally just gained about 3 points just by having the pool and the bar area. It is meant to be a resort. You've got wonderful bar areas with these creatures that are serving your bars. I don't know if I trust him though. it looks very shifty. It looks very shifty indeed. But we do have a wonderful bar area nonetheless, and all of the tables that you would ever need. But you know what? We all know you're on holiday, you're taking your drink, and then once you take your drink, you're not going sitting down at no tables on holiday. You're on holiday. Yeah, you might, if you're feeling a bit on the safe side, you might go down over to one of these recliners, these Lilos, whatever, these deck chairs, and sit down and enjoy your G&T or whatever. But you're on holiday, you're drinking it in the pool. You're drinking it in the pool. It's the only way. Okay, so we have like the check-in area, if you will. For some reason, they are cloning robots in the check-in area. Are you sure this isn't a front for something? This hotel, it says budget. Is it one of those hotels where you go and you're never seen again? Because why would it be cloning and building robots? I don't think they're butlers. It's a 2-star. It's budget. There's no butlers in budget. Okay, so we have a nice little buffet area. This is definitely a buffet style area with all the food and stuff all about. Fantastic. And then you can go out here and enjoy to your leisure. Nice little table. Oh yeah, and of course in any budget hotel, you have your multi-tool selection where you must be strapped at all times. Jesus Christ. And then in here we have the toilet. We have a toilet. I thought there was a small hidden bar if you wanted to get some sneaky drinks in there. But no, it's a toilet area. Okay. That's pretty sick. I like that. Okay. So far, so good. Okay, now up top here, we have a nice loungy area with a nice projector. There we go. Bug on the wall. Bug on the wall. I have lost all faith in my community. I have lost all faith in my community putting bugs on the wall. Jesus Christ. What is it with bugs on the wall, you guys? Oh, really? So this is the experience. This is your bed. I know this is budget, but how budget do you need to be if you're just putting literally a rug on the floor with not even a pillow? Not in any privacy or anything. Another one. How budget are you getting these people? Seriously. This is like the worst Airbnb I've ever seen. And then up here, okay, so you do get a bed. Is this for like extra premium paying customers? But there is no walls, there is no privacy, and there's windows everywhere. I know this is a hotel, but this is a very sketchy hotel. I would say it is a very budget-friendly hotel. Yes, you could make an argument that, you know, it is a little bit suspicious that they have weapons for sale or to give free to the tenants, so you're always strapped every time whilst you are visiting. But it does have a nice, wonderful pool area as well with nice decking and a wonderful bar next to the pool, so that does gain some points in my attention. I would say safely this is a 5.5 out of 10. A 5.5 out of 10. We have an 8 out of 10. Check for your rucksacks. Next level war poodle. Yep, we hate bugs. I've seen the Starship Trooper documentary. It is a documentary. It's a real life documentary of what happens in space. They're all doing their part. So we have an 8 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 5.5 out of 10 for me. So on average, it's about a 6.5. Is that what we're feeling here? A 6.5 out of 10, chat. I think that's about right, to be fair. A 6.5 out of 10. Yeah, I can live with that. A 6.5 out of 10. I like it. I like the Coliseum. I've had a dab in Coliseum building before, and I love it already. I love it already. So let's go into photo mode like this. Everyone has been awesome building this community. Oh, it really has. You know, and when I first started YouTube and No Man's Sky in general, of course, I didn't have that many in the community watching me. It was a very slow process to get established in the No Man's Sky community, but once I was, everybody just flowed in and everyone's been super awesome. It's been amazing. This is my wife's first space. Oh, fantastic, fantastic. So we are having a look at DJ's wife, DJ the Legend's wife, base right here. And we can see straight away we have a wonderful Colosseum, and we do have some wonderful architecture here. Chat, what do you call these again? My mind's gone blank. I've been streaming for that long. My mind is doing weird things where I forget everything now. But yeah, so we have a wonderful Colosseum here. Amazing build, amazingly uniform, absolutely perfect. So, in the Colosseum itself, we do have this wonderful round structure. Zoo lights. Oh, I miss him. Gyroscope. Yeah, gyroscope. I miss Zoo Games, man. We had so much fun together. We even had a collaboration back in the day where when I was doing all my glitch building, and that's what I was starting to get best known for at the time. And that's, you know, I was only just getting established really in the YouTube scene at that point. Zoo Games was amazing. I miss him so much. I'm even still to this day part of his Discord, and I still watch some of his old videos to this day. I miss the guy. We joined in videos. We did live streams. He was an amazing guy. I miss him terribly. So we have this wonderful Colosseum here. And then we have the middle section as well. Absolutely amazing. I like the pictures and the style on the walls. You have like this broken... We have bones in the Colosseum. That's just so fitting for a Colosseum. It really is. But overall, a very nice Colosseum. I like the flags. I like the design. I like the architecture going on. See, with Colosseum, it's very important to get the circular shape. Not easy to do, but I like that it's been done. I like all the artwork and stuff. Amazing. And possibly, we might even, if it's okay with your wife, Mr. DJ, we might even use this for a future live stream where we have some PvP action gladiator style arena battles. That would be... that would be amazing. You're not alone. I'm missing him, bro. Oh, me too, man. I miss him. But yeah, these are basically Zoo Games built these. He loved building these. And I loved watching him build these. He was so talented. Gone too soon. He really was. 0 to 10. What are we rating the Colosseum? I'm going to give this one a solid 9. It's amazing. It's wonderful. I like the structure. It's awesome. I really like the design. Very, very talented. Very, very talented creator, a builder for building it like this. Amazing. I like how you've got all the artwork around. DJ, you have to rate it a 10. You have to. Otherwise, you're getting thrown out of the house or you're sleeping on the couch. One of them. So I understand your position. S-class easy. Oh, absolutely. 9 out of 10. So I would say then, with everyone's voting here, I would say safely a 9.5 out of 10. A 9.5 out of 10 is very much on the cards here. I love the Colosseum. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the jungle. Now, the jungle, ladies and gentlemen, is very jungle themed in the middle of the Arctic tundra. Why would you build a jungle in the middle of the Arctic? Crazy. Craziness. But overall, it is a very nice outpost. It looks like it's still loading in just a little bit. A very wonderful jungle structure in the middle of the Arctic tundra. Out of place, completely goes against the grain of what is meant to be here. But that's why I love it. I love unusual. And that's one thing about me. If you're ever going to build anything, build it unusual. I love unusual. We have a nice little camp area here, and it's definitely jungle-esque vibe. We have a nice little world area too. Wow, that actually looks pretty decent. I'm not going to lie. I can even hear... I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it sounds like there's crickets or something in the water. It's like there's something being projected sound-wise that actually makes it sound quite jungly. We have animals. Yeah, don't think so. We have animals. And then it disappears. No, that was the jungle, guys. I literally just blasted the jungle out of existence. I don't know, Mr. Gon. I never seen any bugheads. It just disappeared on me. I will have to come back to that one. I'm going to give it a 5 until I can see it. I'm going to see it. I'm going to give it a 5. From what I've seen outside and for the 10 seconds I could see, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10 until I can see better. But honestly, thank you all very much for watching, guys. You all stay legendary. I hope you all have a fantastic day, no matter where you are around the world. Stay legendary, and I will see you in the next video, hopefully tomorrow. And we'll probably be doing some more live streams. I'm actually quite enjoying doing the live streams now that I've actually got it to work properly. So yeah, we'll definitely be doing some more of these. But yeah, thank you all. Catch you all later. Bye for now.
Join the Cynical Militia on Professor Cynical's Patreon. No exclusive perks needed. Just your passion for epic space adventures and bold discussions keeps the galaxy spinning. Choose your tier. Fuel the mission. Repent Jar. $1 a month. Forgiveness for your ad block sins. A pack of Monster. $5 a month. Keep the creative thrusters firing. Absolute Legends. $10 a month. That got me thinking. $50 a month. A bold, questionable financial decision that screams you're all in. Why join? Every pledge strengthens the Cynical Militia, keeping Professor Cynical's YouTube channel a thriving hub for No Man's Sky fans, craving news, updates, and unfiltered discussions. You're not just a supporter, you're part of a galactic community that dares to explore and think differently. Don't just traverse the stars, own them. Enlist now at patreon.com/ProfessorCynical1 and let's conquer the No Man's Sky universe together.